All right, y'all boys, we're here on the wiki, as you can see. So today we're going to be going over the newest character on the JP side, and we're just going to say straight up, the whole consensus of this video is if she's worth something for. Obviously, you probably already could tell based off of the title of the video, etc. But we're just going to go over the character a little bit and, you know, give you my thoughts and opinions on the character and basically where we're at in the current meta to see if this character is even valuable or not. So let's get right into it. So as you can see already, the new Maki Zenin is a blue SSR attacker character, meaning this is the newest addition to another blue DPS after, you know, the release of blue Sukuna a couple months ago. So this is very nice. Now she's been out for roughly about, I'd say about a day or two, and after seeing some gameplay on her and stuff like that around here and there, and how she performs, I probably would have to say it's not a reach to say that she's probably the strongest physical attacker for the blue types. And I don't think she's really bad at all, just because the biggest problem with the other blues is they're just all really bad. So she kind of gets elevated by that. Now, the real question though is if she's worth spending your cubes on. Now, Maki in general, how you play this character, she is like a special rush boss killer. So she's very similar to the red drip Yuji that we've gotten in the beginning of the game at the release, basically around that time, where you kind of get your ult rapidly and you kind of dish out a lot of damage with your ults and a lot of, you know, just kind of spam it. So she does have her auto skill, which is, you know, her passive, and this does give her more damage based on how many enemies are on the field. So the less amount of enemies, the least amount of enemies, meaning you're going to get more damage, which is kind of the opposite function of the red Maki, who does more damage based on how many enemies you have in total. And then obviously you have her skills. So her skills are going to be kind of like different, I guess you could say, to a lot of our characters. So her skills allow her to kind of like stack buffs and charge her ult quickly to kind of dish out a lot of the damage. So again, just like red Yuji, and kind of what makes her unique compared to the other characters in the game is that each of her skills kind of give her a stance for the next turn, which then buffs her other skills. So if you were to use your skill 2 cutting knife, this will grant you the cutting knife state to self. And then of course, if you were to use, like, let's say a different skill like skill 3 all out full sword, then you'll get that increase, you know, your own crit hit damage by 50% for 3 turns because you were in that state, things like that, you know. So she definitely plays a little bit different than other characters where you kind of want to weave in a lot of your skills rather than just spamming one skill all the time. So definitely interesting. So she is going to be fun to play with. So skill 1 to 3 will be your way to gain like your special gauge very rapidly on this character, while you'll have like your skill 1 into 2 will kind of buff your Maki. I'm not gonna like go into too much detail on the rotations or anything. I'm gonna save that for when we actually do a showcase on the character, just because it's quite a bit and I feel like I don't want to have to explain this twice of this character. Now we do have her special. So another very unique is her special, which actually kind of refills her ult gauge after using the skill already, like the ult, meaning, you know, she's going to fill 110 of her ultimate skill gauge even after using her ult, on top of the fact that you also have all these other skills that buff your ult charge rate. So she's definitely going to be able to get that ult fast very rapidly, all that good stuff, which is very nice for this character. Now, one big thing to note about the character though with her ult is being that this character does require 1752 ultimate gauge, which is quite a lot. This is very high for a character who doesn't use a domain. Like, this is higher than a lot of the domain characters, which is actually absurd, but I guess they wanted to kind of work it in a way where, you know, the ultimate skill charges aren't making her spam every 1 or 2 turns. They wanted to make sure that she's spamming faster than a lot of the other characters, but not too fast where you're just doing only your ult every fucking turn. So I get it. Now let's talk about the overall consensus of the character in general, is if the character is worth to get or, you know, pull for, because, you know, I'm pretty sure that's the biggest reason why a lot of you guys clicked on it. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, the short answer for me to you guys is no. If you have Sukuna already, there's no reason to kind of spend your cubes on another blue DPS, even if she's like the second best blue DPS in the game or third best. Now, if you don't have Sukuna though, you should definitely probably consider picking her up, just due to the fact that we don't know when Sukuna will kind of return to the game, and waiting for another limited blue who will also be a DPS will probably be a long time from now. I'd probably say even further past the 1.5 year anniversary, so just keep that in mind. There's just those are going to be like your biggest factors on helping you decide to get this character. But I'll just rephrase it or mention it again so that way you guys understand. If you have Sukuna, do not pull for this character. If you don't have Sukuna, I would consider getting this character because she is definitely powerful, just with everything on paper, her skills and how they function and how they weave into each other. And obviously she's way a cut above all the other blue characters that we have. But yeah, anyways, that's basically gonna be it for the video, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully this helps you decide if you want the character. Oh, one more thing I did want to mention too is, if you like Maki, I'd probably say just fucking pull for the character, right? Fuck the meta, just pull for what you enjoy to play with. Simple as that. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be closing out the video. I appreciate y'all boys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.